So, Chapter 7 Season 2 is coming to a close, and I just wanted to give my closing thoughts on the season and give my overall review. To be honest, I think that this season was the best season of Chapter 7 so far, which I suppose is not saying a lot considering that there's only 2 seasons out right now. But the rival system I think is a nice addition to the game. It gives people something to grind for with the umbrellas and rewards them accordingly with in-game power, but it's also not so overpowered that you need to go for them like in previous seasons with the medallions. I do wish that the cosmetics tied to the rival wins were better, since I think getting all the way to the highest tier of 1k rival wins is actually pretty hard, and I'm okay with it being pretty hard, but I wish the difficulty of the task was proportional to the reward that you got, since I don't really think a red umbrella is really worth all that time and effort. Maybe if it was a skin, I'd be way more hyped, but regardless, I think that the rival system made the game more interesting overall. It was a great way to find people that are camping an endgame, and the fear you get when you see a good player running at you on the map with the rival sort of mark made for some really intense moments throughout the season. But next we have the loot pool, and personally I think I really enjoyed it, but I know that the loot pool this season is kind of like a love it or hate it sort of thing. Initially, I didn't like how powerful the items felt, especially in comparison to the previous season, but as time went on, I actually started to like the power of the items, and I liked how it made 1v2 or 1v3 matchups easier by granting you the ability to quickly take down an opponent before they get a chance to do too much damage to you. I liked the feeling of power that I get when I had these items, though I feel as though the 7 power gauntlets are by far the best mobility/combat item in the game, and not having it really did put you at a disadvantage. I think decreasing its effectiveness or buffing the other movement items would have benefited the overall balance of the game a lot more and made it so that you didn't have to carry the 7 power gauntlets to be at full power. And I also have this sentiment with the Chaos Reloader shotgun as well. I like the fact that it made 1v2 or 1v3 matchups easier. I like the fact that it's easy to use, but I don't really like that it completely overshadows the Iron Pump shotgun and makes it so that unless you're hitting consistent headshots or upper body with the Iron Pump, then there's almost no reason to use it over the Chaos Reloader. Alongside this, I think the assault rifles being exclusively third person was a nice change, as they're not as OP at range compared to previous seasons, such as with the Deadeye assault rifle, but they still provide a good sort of ranged option aside from the ultra long ranged options like the DMR or the hammer revolver, and still have that versatility with them as well. Every weapon in this season excels at the ranges that they're meant to excel in. The Thunderburst and the pistol excel at close to medium range, the shotguns all excel at close range, the assault rifles at medium range, and the hammer revolver and the DMR at very far ranges. And this is very nice considering that Fortnite's not always been able to do this in the past. I feel as though there's been seasons where one weapon dominates at multiple different ranges, which is not always fun. Alongside this, we have the introduction of the Overwatch collab, a massive collab that featured a bunch of skins, back blings, emotes, pickaxes, and most importantly, gameplay items. The pulse pistols inspired by Tracer and the, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get the pronunciation wrong on this, but the Caduceus staff inspired by Mercy are incredibly versatile and good items that definitely have its upsides but also have their downsides, and maintain both a fun and authentic Overwatch experience, but also make for some fresh and new Fortnite experiences as well. The items do a great job at replicating that Overwatch feel. When I use the pulse pistols, it really feels like I'm playing as Tracer, and when I use the Caduceus staff, it really feels like I'm playing as Mercy. As for the Battle Pass this season, the Battle Pass was a huge hit with a ton of great skins, such as the new Jewel skin that has multiple different styles and colors, alongside a helmet version that gives it an entirely different feel to it. It's almost sort of reminiscent of a futuristic biker in comparison to the standard modern yet sleek mechanical type feel of the original style. Alongside her, there are other notable stars as well, such as Lady Windfrost, who is an incredibly sort of beautiful, almost like majestic looking skin, but also carries that sort of tactical sleekness to it that you would want in a skin for sweats. You know, it's a skin for the tryhards, it's a skin for the casuals, it's a skin for, you know, just skin lovers in general. And I think it's also another great addition. And then there's also Dasha, who's also just a nice skin as well, with the sort of the black themed clothing and the nice kind of crazy out there sort of ponytail hair. And then there's also Squibbly, who is the meme skin of this season. And honestly, he's actually not that bad either. He's got like a nice sort of silly look. He's got sort of a black and purple, almost more serious, kind of like edgy look. I'm actually kind of down for it. Like, I don't really use him, but I'm all right with him. He's pretty solid. And then there's the Ice King, who again looks super cool. He's got sort of those crystals jutting out of him. He's got that sort of black, sort of shadowy kind of look to him. His black and gold style is especially notably very cool, but his other styles are also standout styles as well. You know, some of them have that more modern look, almost as if he's wearing clothing, and some of them have that more crystalline look, almost as if he is a golem that is encased in ice kind of look. And they're both fantastic. I think they're really cool. And we also have the Foundation, who in my mind is probably the least cool pass skin of this season. He is essentially Dwayne Johnson with his head attached to a sort of generic looking bodysuit of armor that looks like it could have belonged to anyone. And it kind of almost gives off that NPC kind of look. Like, he looks like a character that I would like find a side quest for or something. It's just not really all that special to me. And we also got the Order Reforged skin as well. A pretty cool skin. It's got that kind of ninja sleek look. It looks more different than the Foundation skin looked, while still kind of giving off that same sort of aura. It has that kind of ninja-esque vibe that I think is really cool. And then there's the Bugs Bunny skin, which I think if you're a Looney Tunes fan, you're gonna love him. If you like meme skins, you're gonna really love him. I'm okay with him. He's alright. He's not anything special to me, but he's a cool addition to the pass. This is the first pass in a while that not only has a set of kicks in them with the Ice King themed shoes, but also it has the Ice Prince sidekick as well. You know, Fortnite has been extremely reluctant to give cheap sidekicks to the community, so bringing the Ice Prince to the Battle Pass is a nice refresher for sure. And in my opinion, he's way better than the Banana Dog we got from the Battle Pass before, when sidekicks were first released. You know, he's got vastly more color customizability to him. He's got a lot more detail in his sort of model, and he's got a lot more personality with that kind of sort of mischievous sort of look and that mischievous kind of laugh that he has to him, in comparison to the Banana Dog, which Peely, I think, is his name Peely? I don't know. The Banana Dog, he kind of doesn't have any sort of special notable traits to him whatsoever. He doesn't have that sort of vibe to him that the Ice Prince has, or any kind of vibe at all, to be honest. But yeah, all in all, I think that this was a great season. I think that this is probably going to go down as one of the best seasons in Chapter 7, and I'm pretty excited for what Chapter 7 Season 3 has in store for us. I'll definitely be covering a lot of that stuff here on this channel, so if you guys want to see some more of that, just comment down below, leave a like, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in Season 3.